Okay, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. A little experiment here, and see how this goes.
Traffic, November 2100, southbound, we're just a beam the airport. Lakeside, 97 November. Citabria King Air 5 at Alpha Yankee is about 7 miles to the southwest, descending through 3,700 feet to make a left base entry, runway 32, Havasu. Traffic, Cessna 97 November, 2,500, just a beam runway touchdown point, we're headed southbound.
And red, white, extra, left crosswind, turning downwind, passing through 1800. We have the Cessna in sight.
Lake Havasu City Airport, automated weather observation 2207 Zulu, weather, wind calm, visibility more than 10, sky condition clear below 12,000, temperature 14 Celsius, dew point -16 Celsius, altimeter 3025.
You have the traffic. The end of the runway of 32 southbound. Okay, you guys are both talking on top of each other. I can't hear anybody.
The extra's clear.
Thank you.
Lake Havasu traffic, Citabria 245, we're taxiing from the center hangars to runway 32, Lake Havasu.
Havasu traffic, King Air 5 at Alpha Yankee is on a left base over the river at 1,800 feet for 32, Havasu.
201069 Golf taxi, midfield hangars, runway 32, Havasu.
Havasu traffic, King Air 5 at Alpha Yankee, left base turning final, 32, Havasu.
Havasu traffic, Cessna 60 Quebec is 10 miles south of the airfield. We're inbound full stop. Havasu traffic.
Havasu traffic, King Air 8 Alpha Yankee, short final, 32, Havasu.
Havasu traffic, Cherokee 9571 Kilo, 10 miles to the southeast, inbound for landing.
Alright, park and brake is set. Seatbelts are good. Let's crank these suckers.
Lake Havasu traffic, Cherokee 9571 kilo, 7 miles to the south. Inbound.
Alright, windows closed and latch, doors closed and latch, radios are on all the way around.
Traffic,
Transponder's on.
Cessna 60 Quebec is 8 miles to the
Nav
south.
lights are on for
Inbound
ADS-B.
for landing runway 32.
Intercom's on, headsets on. Let's do a run up. Go full rich here. Looking for 1800 RPM. And that's the left, that's good. Right mag's good. RP's good. And the idle check is good with the carpet. We'll do controls. Instruments. Good, already set the altimeter. Zeroed out. G-meter set, turn and bank. Cylinder heads are good. Oil pressure's coming up. Oil temp is nice. Cold still. AGT's reading okay there. And she's charging. This controls instruments. Gas is on. Got full tanks on both sides.
Lake Havasu traffic, Cherokee 9571 kilo, 4
Altimeter
miles.
set, radios are on, run up is
runway
done. Trim tab is set.
Havasu traffic, Money 1069 Golf, departing runway 32 for a downwind departure, Lake Havasu.
Havasu traffic, Cessna 60 Quebec is 5 miles to the south. We're right over the lake inbound, runway 32. Havasu traffic.
Cessna inbound, do you have us in sight for Havasu?
Negative. Where exactly are you guys at?
We are on a 3 mile straight in final, runway 32.
I have you inside. I'll be following you guys then.
Affirmative, thank you.
Lake Havasu traffic, Citabria 245, departing runway 32, be a left downwind departure, Lake Havasu.
And Cherokee on final. We're at about a 4 mile left base for 32.
Alright, here we go.
Affirmative, we're 2 miles final.
Engine instruments look green, airspeed.
Roger.
Coming alive, there it is. And up we go. Flaps are going off.
Money 1069 Golf, turning left crosswind for a downwind departure, Lake Havasu.
Profit 19 after.
Lake Havasu traffic, Cherokee 9571 kilo, short final, runway 32, full stop.
Havasu traffic. Cessna 60 Quebec is 3 mile final runway 32. Havasu traffic.
Lake Havasu traffic, Citabria 245, we're left crosswind off the 32, Lake Havasu. I've got that traffic in sight off my nose, entering on the, is that the Mooney they're heading out on the crosswind?
Turning downwind right now.
Okay, we'll come in behind you there. Will be a downwind departure out of the pattern.
Lake Havasu traffic, Cherokee 9571 kilo, clear active passing FBO.
Has traffic, Cessna 60 Quebec is 3 miles final, runway 32, have traffic.
Havasu traffic, Cherokee 53 Whiskey, taxiing the runway 32.
Lake Havasu traffic, Citabria 245, turn left downwind, we're climbing through 2,300, will be a left downwind departure out of the pattern to the tip of the island, climbing to 5,000 feet, Lake Havasu.
Lake Havasu traffic, landing 1069 Golf 2 and a downwind departure, we're going to follow the shoreline to the east, Lake Havasu.
Oh yeah, my buddy Larry calls this thing I'm wearing the L bracket. Couldn't get a...
How's traffic? Cessna 60 Quebec 2 mile final, runway 32, how's traffic?
Didn't have a good spot for the interior camera with the audio, so I thought, we'll just try this just for this one flight here and wear the L bracket. The L bracket. So this is my Citabria, no longer in a Cherokee. This plane's fairly new to me. I've got actually close to 30 hours on it already. It's a fun plane. It's only two-place, obviously. It's a lot smaller.
Traffic, Cessna 60 Quebec, short final, runway 32, have traffic.
But it's capable of some stuff the Cherokee wasn't. What it isn't capable of is the speed. So whereas the Cherokee would move along at 150 miles an hour, for the Citabria, if I want to go cross-country somewhere, it's going to be more like 115 miles an hour. So, and obviously it's only two people, not three or four, and it's front and back seating. It's not side-by-side seating. So that's a little different to get used to. It's actually kind of pleasant for the pilot. The reason being I have equal view off the left or off the right or the left side, because you're sitting right next to the window, so that's kind of fun. The big thing this little bird can do that the Cherokee can is it's rated for, I'd say, gentleman's aerobatics. So it's rated to positive 5 Gs, negative 2. It's really not meant for any kind of negative or what they call outside work. It does not have...
Traffic, Cessna 60 Quebec is off the active.
It does not have inverted fuel and oil system. So if you stay inverted very long, the engine will actually quit because it keeps it's not able to pump fuel to the engine. It's gravity flow from the wings. So you can do a loop or spin or roll, and it's fine. In the loop, if you make the top of the loop big and flat, it'll actually kill the motor for a moment. And you don't want to stay upside down that long anyways, because you start losing oil pressure, because the oil pickup is not set up for an inverted oil pickup either. And of course, oil pressure is what keeps that motor alive. So no real inverted work of any duration, but you can go inverted through loops, rolls, half cubans, cubanades, Hammelmans, hammerheads, all that kind of stuff. So what I'm doing right now is I'm coming out here about 10 miles, 9 to 10 miles south of the airport to get out of the traffic area. I go out over the California shoreline where there's nobody out here. It's just desolate desert. And I use the island that you can see by a bank like this. You can probably see it in that outside camera. I'll get off the tip of the island over on the California shoreline out here. The reason I do that is it's real easy for me to give somebody a heads up of where I'm operating by using the island as a landmark, but yet I'm west of it. I'm not over any congested airspace. The rules are I have to maintain higher than 1,500 feet above ground level, which we're climbing to 5,000, which will put us about 4,500, 4,000 to 4,500 above ground level. I can't be within 4 miles of what they call an airway, and there actually is an airway just off my right wing out there, so I have to be down a little bit south of the airport down here to do this, and I can't be within the lateral confines of Class B, C, D, or E airspace designated for an airport. A lot of people ask about the parachute thing, so if I had somebody in here with me, I have to wear a parachute in order to do what I'm going to do. And I'm not saying parachutes are a bad idea. I don't have a parachute, and I'm not wearing one right now. And if you're the sole occupant of the aircraft or only required, or you're required crew member, and there's no passengers per se, then parachutes are at your discretion. You're not required to have one. So with my size, number one, and number two, I don't have one right now, and I'm not doing anything crazy that should put the airplane at its outside limits. I'm not too worried about it. Honestly, it would be difficult if something catastrophic happened. There is a, down here on my right-hand side, I have a lever that I can pull that will jettison the door, with the idea being that then you could dump your seatbelts and get out that door. But the truth of the matter is that would be a difficult proposition, if not impossible, I'm sure. But depending on what the situation is, I don't know whether you can get out or not. The argument would be from some people, well, if you don't have a parachute, it doesn't matter either way. And yeah, and I really don't want to argue about it. It is what it is. So I'm just flying by myself right now, and I do not have a parachute on. So I'm out here now in the area I want to be in. Let me set my GPS up here real quick. I don't see any traffic around. And let's see here. Use a GPS just to make sure I stay at the mileage I tell everybody that I'm at, so that if they're looking on their GPS to say, oh, this guy says he's 9 to 10 south, that I actually am. The big thing I don't want to do is get tangled with anybody because I'm doing abrupt maneuvers and they're not expecting that. So, nice view of the town right there. I put the nose down, you can see the island. There's the island from 5,000 feet and the lake. Nose coming back up. And we're going to do what they call clearing turns. So, these are some fairly steep turns, both directions. This gives me a chance to look out, run out here, and just clear for any traffic that might be in the area visually. There's one to the left. I'm clear to turn to the right. We'll come back over here to the right now. And we'll take this all the way around.
Kilo, 3 miles northeast, 6,000, transitioning towards engine.
I don't see anybody visually in this entire area. Currently 9.7 south of the airport. We're at 5,000 feet. I also have on my lap here ADS-B information. So actually I have a plane coming in right now, 300 feet below me. Look at that, and he's 10 miles out right now. So we'll make a radio call here. 2130 Hotel. Lake Havasu traffic, Citabria 36245. We're about 10 miles south of the airport, just off the California shoreline. 5,000 feet, working a block altitude, 4,000 to 5,000 feet aerobatic maneuvers, Lake Havasu.
This is Native 6. I'm about 12 miles south of Havasu Airport. We're at 4,500, and we're northbound along the west side of the lake.
Okay, are you showing ADS-B as 2130 Hotel?
Yeah, I am. I show you 500 feet above me right now.
That's affirmative. I'll stay out to the west of you here until you go by, sir.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Thank you.
So there you go. The ADS-B actually showed me that guy, made a radio call with my position. It did exactly what it's supposed to do. He picked up on that and immediately said, hey, I'm coming up the west side right now, and I'm only 500 feet below you, so we'll stay out of his way over here. Where is he at? 4,500 feet. He's 5 miles now.
Havasu traffic,
He's going by 600 feet below.
And aircraft on the west side of Lake Havasu, I've got you in sight, and you're coming up to my 9 o'clock now.
Tally ho, got you in sight. Thanks. Have a good flight.
It's Native 6, roger. Thanks a lot.
So right there is Native 6. I don't know if you can pick him up if I come around like that on my camera there.
Well, we were hoping to see you do something.
Oh, shoot. Well, I thought I'd better get out of your way. I know you guys got some serious business you take care of.
That we do. Thanks a lot.
We appreciate all you guys do.
Stay safe out there.
Thank you, sir. right, so he's clear. We just came all the way around, didn't see anybody else. It's cold up here today, man. Holy crap. So I got both heaters working. One good thing about this old girl, she's got some good heaters. I should have wore a sweater though. So we're at 5,000 feet. Just start out real easy. Let's start with the loop. So I'm looking at, the goal is to come out of the loop on the same heading I went into the loop. So you see Chimoivi Airfield in front of me right there. This is where I'm having difficulty. The loop itself isn't hard, but let's give it a try here. So we're going to keep her about 2,400 RPM in the dive, and we're looking for 145 miles an hour. Got to manage the throttle because we don't have a constant speed.
Havasu traffic, Cherokee 53 Whiskey, turning left crosswind, climbing up to 8,500, departing the pattern.
There's about a 3.5 to 4G pull coming off the throttle over the top here, floating it over the top. Might hear the engine sputter a little bit. Coming in. We're back in the throttle again. There's about 4 Gs. All right, there's Chimoivi right on the front. A little bit uncoordinated there. We'll come back in the throttle and pick up that altitude again. We're 8.8 miles. We'll make a right-hand turn to get back into our area. 4,500, we'll climb her back up to 5,000. Here we are back at 9 miles south of town again. That's where I want to be. So we went 0 G over the top and 3.5 on the pull. So the pull wasn't really that hard. There's 5,000 feet, throttle back. We're going to pick a heading here. Here's another one that's difficult to keep the heading on. We'll do a barrel roll. So I'm looking at that peak right out in front of me. We're at 5,000 feet. We're going to put the nose down for 120. We'll pull up the level. Then we'll pull 30 degrees nose high and we'll roll to the right.
Traffic, helicopter 86.
Here we go.
5 miles.
Nose is going down. Traffic looks clear.
Northbound.
There comes 120. Nose is coming up the level. Check that. Up 30 degrees and around it to the right. Not too bad. And we'll pick our altitude. Only lost 100 feet on that. Right back to 5,000 feet. Coming left, we're clear left. Chimoivi back on the nose again. Let's do a roll the other direction. There we go. From 5,000, we're clear. I don't see any traffic. Nose is coming down. We're looking for 120 to manage the throttle. Let's get it coordinated. There's 120. Come up. Check level. Come up. 30 degrees. Going left. That one slid around a little bit on me. Back up. So I dropped that nose off about 10 degrees to the right, and I tend to do that. That's something I'm working on. And the left and right are different because the torque of the motor also affects the plane. We're clear to the left. We're coming left here. 5,000 feet. Engine looks good. Engine pressure, cylinder head temperatures, oil pressure, all that looks good. Oil temp is good. Okay, let's try a spin. What we're going to do, we're going to line up with the tip of the island here, then we'll come around facing the island, and we'll try a 2-turn spin. Big trick with the spin, not only to drop it in, but to try and, let's see, we're clear right here, to try and come out of the spin on a heading. That's taking some work, so being as new as I am. So I'm going to come around here. Actually 5,200, but that's all right. We'll lead that altitude up easy in the spin. This will be a power off entry. And we'll go to the right. So I'm going to bring it around here, get lined up with the island. And we'll try and make it a 2-turn spin and see where we come out. Okay, we're lined up with the island. Throttle's coming back. We'll just maintain the altitude as the throttle comes back. The stick has to come back to hold. Airspeed's bleeding off now. Throttle's coming all the way back, all the way back. We're back to idle. There's 80. Keep it coordinated. 70, 60, 50. Approaching the stall. Here comes the stall. There's 40. There's the buffet. Right rudder, stick back. There's around one time. Coming around twice. Straight down. Recover. And a little bit off heading.
Traffic landing 1069 Golf is 15 to the east, inbound runway 32 straight in.
Lake Havasu traffic, Citabria 245. We're about 9 south of the airport. We're going to block altitude 4,000, 5,000 feet. Aerobatic maneuvers will be just off the west tip of the island over the California shoreline, Lake Havasu. So 2 turns around and it really wraps up. By that second turn, it's getting disorienting. I can do 3 now, and that's as far as I'm comfortable going right now, but that ate up almost 1,000 feet. So you got to watch that. The altitude goes away quick. Interestingly enough, you don't accelerate until you kick it out of the spin. It'll pretty much get up to about 80, and it'll hold 80 while it's in the spin or somewhere in that realm, and then when you recover from the spin and you're straight down, that's when it... So we're clear left.
Hold the 6 traffic. 4 south to the Colorado River, 8 down. 3
That's when it really kicks in.
3-3. Hold the traffic.
So these are the maneuvers that I'm working on right now. I have done a half Cuban, which is a half a roll, and then you roll out of it on the 45-degree downline. But I'm not going to do that today. So let's do a loop here, try and keep that heading. I'm looking right at the notch in the mountain there. So we're going to see if we can come out on the notch in the mountain. Everything looks good engine-wise. We're clear traffic. We're looking for 145 for the entry. Coordinated, there's 145. 4G pull up over the top. Out of the throttle now, off the stick, floated over the top. Coming down the backside, way out of the throttle. Here's the pull. A little bit right of where I want to be. Coming up, throttle's coming in. Get some altitude back. We lost 500 feet. We're pushing, pushing, pushing. Airspeed's going down. There's 60, 50. We'll kind of push it over the top at 55. And we're back within 100 feet of where we started. Coming left.
Lake Havasu traffic landing 1069 Golf is to the east, inbound runway 32 straight in Lake Havasu.
We'll call our way back over the shoreline over here a little bit. Do a spin the other direction. Been up 35,
well,
31 minutes.
5
Feels
5, 4,000, westbound.
Oil pressure's good, cylinder head temp is good, oil temperature is good. We're charging. DHT and EGT are good. Okay, we're clear to the left, we're coming left. And we're going to do a spin to the left this time.
Hold the 6 traffic, 5 star forward.
Clear below. Here we go. Throttle's coming back out. We're at 5,250 feet. Coming back out, coming back out. There's 60, 55, 50, 40. A little bit uncoordinated there. There's the drop, there's the kick. Coming around. There's 1 turn. There's 2. Way late on the recovery on that. Okay, coming back up. So I'm a good 45 degrees off where I wanted to be. Throttle's coming in. And we'll pick up that altitude again.
Havasu traffic landing 1069 Golf is on a 5-mile final straight in, runway 32, Lake Havasu.
I ain't gonna lie, this is fun. I enjoy this. It's a little more intense than a regular flying, so I probably don't even have a smile on my face, but I'm smiling on the inside. And honestly, this is something that personally right now, I need a little distraction from some other things going on in my life, and it's just nice to get up here. I'm fortunate in that once I fly, when I'm airborne, that stuff is gone till we get back on the ground again, so okay with that. All right, we're going to come left here. Looks clear to the left. We'll do a 180 to the left. And let's do a roll here. So we're looking for 120 for the roll. We'll do a roll to the right. We're clear left, clear right. There we go. Nose is coming down. Looking for 120 real quick. There's 120. Come up, check level. Come up 30 degrees. Over it goes. I like that. A little slow. I could have got in the throttle a little more on that. Coming back left. This plane tracks so nice in steep turns. You can just put that nose on the horizon line and just draw a line right around on a super steep bank.
Havasu traffic, landing 1069 golf short, final runway 32 Havasu.
There's my own wake we just went through at 360. And let's come around to the right. Little uncoordinated there. The overbanking tendency starts pushing in when you get that steep. Should be feeling that wake around here somewhere, I would think. I missed it. Huh, that's weird. I think I dropped below it. To be honest with you, I lost a little bit of altitude there. Now, come out of it here. We're 8.8 miles. We'll head back to the left a little bit. Clear to the left. Well, I think we'll leave this area here. There's probably enough aerobatics for right now. Drop down and do a little exploring here. The carb heat's coming on, or coming back on the throttle. There's one of my sailboat buddies down there.
Landing 1069 golf, clear of runway 32 at Alpha 3, taxi in midfield hangars via Alpha, Bravo 3, Bravo. Havasu.
Everything looks good on the engine here. Carb heat's on because we're throttled way back. Pushing a lot of air through there right now. It's 130 in the descent at 3,000 feet a minute. More, it's pegged at 140. Just give a little clear on the engine, that's good. I think this L bracket camera is probably too high to see out the side windows, I'm not sure. Tip it down a little bit maybe. Trim this out here. I don't know if that's any better or not. You might have been looking at the ceiling the whole time for all I know. Clear the engine. Feels good. Right below us is a impromptu strip, and then right across the lake right there, if we had to, that's basically a runway right there. We put it in right there if we had a problem. This is the Havasu Riviera development. Right in front of us is the marina area, and then there's home plots. And I think I'm not sure if there's going to be some commercial stuff up there or not. Take a quick look at it, and then we'll head on home. Like everybody's off for Sunday. They actually built a big bridge over there. Get across that wash and then open up this whole new area over here that I thought they were going to be done when they got to that wash, but they actually opened up a whole nother area. If you see all the dust coming up from back here when you're in town, that's from, they've got like a little rock crusher plant going on right there at their own. Let's see, let's come around here like this. There's a big smile face on the ground. I wonder who drew that. So, yep, looks like it's about ready for homes up here. They poured concrete for all the streets. And we'll go down here and see what's going on at Tabletop real quick. This Sunday there should be a bunch of hikers out. Guy fishing down there. So Tabletop Mountain is this mountain right over here, and there's a trail from Sarah Park comes in here to Balance Rock Cove. So if you're a hiker and you come into Balance Rock Cove, this is what Balance Rock Cove looks like from the air. There it is right there. We'll kind of come around the point. There's some people on the trail right there. I think it is. Oh no, that's a bush. Birds down there. One thing the Citabria would be great for would be a search plane because the visibility is so good out both sides. And this plane actually was owned by the Department of Public Safety for about the first 7 years of its life, and I would imagine they did patrol and probably some search and rescue with it. All right, this is Sarah's Crack right here. So what I'm going to do is come right up here. We're going to climb up over, and we're right up over the crack right now. And we're going to push up over the top here. And there's nobody at the top of the mountain right now. There's the trail out here, zigzagging up to the top. And there's cars in the parking lot, so there's people out here somewhere. They're difficult to pick up. But right at the moment, oh yeah, there's some people almost to the top right there. There they are. And back down the other side. Coming around the hill here. And super nice coordinated. This is Pilot Rock. And I think we're going to call it a day from here. I'll probably head on back up to see if we can land this thing. We'll just check Steamboat real quick and see if anybody's in Steamboat. This is Havasu Palms right there. There is a runway right there. So there's a runway running right off the right-hand wingtip right now, 90 degrees out to our right-hand side. Let's come around here. This is one, and there's a bird right there level with this. Let's get up over him. And this is Steamboat Cove coming up with all the buoys in it up here. One of the real popular coves that's super protected if you want to stay out overnight, camp out. It's got a really neat little boating campground in the back. Doesn't look like anybody's in there, I don't think. We'll know in a second. This is a bighorn sheep area big time. So the bighorn sheep hang out here all the time. But from the air, I think they're hard to spot from the boat when they're right there near you. Nobody's in the campground there. All right, we're going to throttle up, climb up a little bit here for the trip home. Come around to the left. 2,000 foot a minute climb. 2,200 foot a minute climb. We'll get back up to about 1,800 feet. That's the pattern altitude, and we'll just run home at 1,800 feet. That puts us 1,300 feet above the water. There's that runway out there I was telling you about. And we're looking back up at the island, and then the town of Havasu. I'm not sure how this is pointed by that. There's Tabletop Mountain. You might be able to make out the trail zigzagging up it, and the up to the top up there, and then where the picnic table is up at the top. So we're 12.5 south of the airport now. Engine looks good, everything looks comfortable here. 2,500 RPM, cruising along about 115 miles an hour. Over the ground we're doing 113, so not much wind out here today. Get up another couple hundred feet. There's Balance Rock Cove there. That's where we were a little bit ago. Lake Havasu traffic, Citabria 245, we're 10 to the south on the Arizona shoreline, 1,800 feet. We'll be coming northbound the Arizona shoreline and prepare to make left traffic for 32 Lake Havasu. There's 1,800. So one of the things I'm doing for traffic at the top of the Mark 1 eyeball is you got this Stratus deal right here. And rather than have a big iPad, it actually just links to my phone. So on my lap right here, I've actually got ForeFlight running on that, and that gives me a little bit more awareness. As long as you don't just keep your head down staring at it, but like when that aerobatic helicopter came on the radio, I was able to look, just glance down, and I could see exactly where he was. In fact, we actually saw him on there before I even made the call, and then when he made the call, I verified that it was his end number. He's kind of busting the rules a little bit, I believe, because I believe your call sign and your Stratus got a match, or your ADSB got a match, but no big deal. I might be wrong on that. ADSB is kind of new to everybody. There's London Bridge. Coming up at 1 o'clock. Looks like the ferry boat is just coming in right now. London Bridge Golf Course, they keep that pretty nice as opposed to the Nautical Inn, which has let their golf course completely die and shut it down, which I don't quite understand. Give you a little circle over the London Bridge Golf Course here. We're 1,300 feet above the surface, so we're legal. Got to be 1,000 feet above any kind of congested or populated area. So as I go wing up here, the bridge will be on our left side. So just a little deeper. Okay, coming left now. And I doubt either one of those wing cameras picked that up because they're both looking forward a little bit. So we'll have to play with that another time, but we'll straighten out here. Right now we're over top of the old airport in Lake Havasu. There's 2 partial runways directly below me. Those are nice bailout spots if you need them. Lake Havasu traffic, Citabria 245, we're directly over the island now at 2,000 feet. We're going to proceed to the California shoreline, then northbound for left traffic, 32 Lake Havasu. So yeah, at about, this is what I'm having to get used to, at about 2,500 trimmed out level, 2,500 RPM, she's turning 120 miles an hour. So indicated airspeed over the ground, we're showing 116. So a little bit slower pace than the Cherokee, or quite a bit slower, honestly, but there's a lot of avenues that open up with this bird that really weren't options with the Cherokee. So kind of liking it. It's a fun bird. Back over California here in just a second at Havasu Landing. They do have an airport at Havasu Landing, but it's displaced a little bit from the town. It's about 1 o'clock on the nose now, coming around to 12 o'clock. It's called Chemehuevi. Nice brand new blacktop strip. I mean, the airport's been there, but they just repaved the strip, and it's in real nice condition, and it does not see much activity. There's not much going on out there. And there's a new casino up here at 1 o'clock, and a new marina. And I'm not sure if they have that casino open yet or not because of the whole COVID thing. Let's listen to the weather here.
Wind 260 at 7. Visibility more than 1.
260 at 7. So 60-degree cross at 7 knots. That'll probably change before we get there. What a beautiful day. Let's see. I'm going to put that more upright. Is that too, that's probably too much upright. I don't know. Go around with it there and see if it does anything worthwhile. give a 5 mile call here in a minute. I don't see any traffic working Chemehuevi right now. Sometimes you'll have some students over there using it for touch and goes, or even non-students using it for touch and goes or some kind of practice. There's our airport right up here. Town's right off the wing right there. And looking up that way is Topak Gorge. We'll do that on another flight, but the river meanders all the way up there and through the gorge. It's real pretty up there. Lake Havasu traffic, Citabria 245, we're 5 to the southwest, California shoreline, moving northbound to Crystal Beach, and we'll enter our 45 for left traffic 32, Lake Havasu. And it will be 1,900 for Citabria 245. We'll do a couple closed circuits. Let's see, we still got a camera on the wing working. I can't tell if the other wing is working and the one behind me is working. If the one on my head is working, that'd be pretty good. Been up 54 minutes, so probably some batteries are going to start dying here pretty quick. This is Crystal Beach, community right on the water here. So that side's Arizona, California's over here. This is Chemehuevi Indian Reservation. And these houses here would, I guess, technically be part of what they call Havasu Lake instead of Lake Havasu. So that community, the Havasu Landing, Havasu Lake community is on the Indian Reservation there. Lake Havasu traffic, Citabria 245, we're on the 45 for left traffic, 32, Lake Havasu, just crossing the river, 1,700, Lake Havasu. Alright, we'll start slowing her down here and trimming her up for some slower speeds. It sounds kind of funny to say slow down the Citabria, but get down in the flap range here, which is 85 and below. Looking at the pattern here, I don't see anybody working the pattern. We do have some aircraft here that are Nordo, like a Cub type aircraft with no radios. You got to keep an eye on them. We have ultralights. The ultralights use the taxi Charlie way. Lake Havasu traffic, Citabria 245 or midfield left downwind for 32, Lake Havasu. Alright, let's get down in the flap range. We'll get our first notch in here, coming to almost a beam our touchdown point. There's the first 7 degrees in on the flaps. Our beat's coming on. Throttle's coming back now. And we're going to bring her down to 80, and we'll trim for that. Gives me about a, yeah, I don't know if I believe that. It's saying 700 to 800 foot, almost 1,000 foot a minute sink rate, but maybe. Holding 80 here. Traffic looks clear for a base turn. Lake Havasu traffic, Citabria 245, left base 32, Lake Havasu. Keeping it coordinated, we'll keep it at 80. Come in with another notch of flaps here. actually, maybe we were getting 1,000 foot a minute. A little slow. Come in with the power. I like to be 70 coming in. Lake Havasu traffic, Citabria 245, turn and final, 3-2. It'll be a stop and go, Lake Havasu. Alright. More flaps. Get out of the throttle here. Got 2 red and 2 white. Kind of fast. There's the last notch of flaps. We do have a cross from left to right, and it got a little crab in right now. We'll have
traffic, red, white, extra, 5,000, 8 miles south, inbound, 32 Havasu.
a little fast here. So we're going to go left wing down, straighten it out. A little left to center line. Let's get it back over there. A little slow, and a little power here. And here we go. A little bumpy there. Get out of it, get out of it. There's one. There's the other one. He wants to yaw a little bit.
Havasu traffic, red, white, extras, 5 miles south. Midfield entry, Havasu.
Tail wheels on the deck, sticks all the way back. So, extra's coming in. If he does his normal thing that he does, then we'll do one more and make it a full stop. Alright, so here we go, we're full stop. So trim's coming forward, flaps are off. Let's look at the engine here. Everything's in the green, here we go. Throttle's all the way up. Tail's coming up. Get that left aileron in there.
And red, white, extras over the mouth of the lake. Party traffic in sight. No factor, 32 Havasu.
So we got an extra coming in. This particular extra
Traffic King Air 58 off the Yankee, taxiing out of Havasu Air Center for runway 32 departure.
gets pretty wild in the pattern. Sometimes, not all the time. So we'll see what he's doing today and react accordingly.
Traffic, red, white, extra, midfield, downwind, 3-2, Havasu.
Lake Havasu traffic, Citabria 245's left crosswind off at 3-2, Lake Havasu. There's our pattern altitude already. Lake Havasu traffic, Citabria 245's left downwind 3-2, Lake Havasu.
And red, white, extra, left base to final, full stop, 3-2 Havasu.
So he's not going to do his normal stuff, so that's cool. But I'm probably going to be full stop anyways. These cameras are going to die. So I'd like to get the final landing in there if they're still working. See how they worked. Alright, so gas is good, undercarriage is down, mixture is in, prop we're good, switches are set. Got a jet taxiing down there. The extra is crossing the threshold right down there right now on the 3-2 numbers right there. Looking good on pattern altitude. We'll trim up for that. We're a little fast, so we'll start easing off. There's our touchdown point, coming back, looking for flap speed, there it is. First notch of flaps. Let's look for 80, we'll trim for that.
Traffic, King Air 58 Alpha Yankee departing 32, departing to the southwest, Havasu.
Lake Havasu traffic, Citabria 245 is the left base for 32, Lake Havasu.
Red right extra clear 3-2 Havasu.
Look at notch flaps coming in here. There's a King Air pulling out. Lake Havasu, Citabria 245, turn and final 32, Lake Havasu.
Yep, we're her answer.
You never have to hurry in front of a Citabria. All right.
I know how you feel.
There we go. We got 1 red, 3 whites. Speed's good. Need a little power here. Little power. There's 2 red, 2 white. That's what we want. Repeats on there. Got that crosswind from the left. You can see the nose is pitched to the left. We're going to transition now. Left wing down. And right pedal to hold that nose. We're looking to touch on those white markers. There we go. Keep it straight. Oh, well, I floated it right past them. Ah. Okay. Well, we'll buy that for the end of the day today. Keep that left wing down. Tail's coming down. Tail's on the ground, stick is back. The difference between this plane and the Cherokee is the Cherokee, as soon as the wheels touch, you're pretty much done flying. Here, you gotta fly it till the wheels stop rolling. So it doesn't do something a little squirrely. Repeats off. We'll lean the mixture. And Lake Havasu, Citabria 245, we're off at Alpha 3, clear 32, and we'll be taxiing back to the hangar.
Lake Havasu traffic, Stinson 476 Charlie, departing runway 32, going to be left turn after takeoff. Left crosswind departure.
Have a good flight.
Hey, you too, Sean.
So cool. That was fun. Hour and 7 minutes. But we fired up, so hopefully it didn't bore you to death. We'll edit a lot of this out.
Hey, have a good flight back. Thank you.
So coming into the hangars, Hope you enjoyed flying along. That was kind of fun. Got me out, cleared my head a little bit. This is a fun plane to do that. Once you start wrapping it up in loop or spin or roll, pretty much it's fully engaging, and it's a nice change. When you land, all the stuff that was here on the ground when you took off is still here waiting for you, but at least you got that time while you're up there to just kind of...
Havasu traffic, Stinson 476 Charlie, clear the pattern to the west, going to head south down the river at 1,500 feet.
Kind of let it all go.
15 miles to the southeast.
My buddy Tim's doing his manual on his Carbon Cub there. That's a neat plane. He'll put this one to shame for short field takeoff and landings. Okay, checking those wingtips. Nothing in front of me that the prop can suck up. Because of the hill coming into my hangar, I use the engine to get me up over the hill before I shut her down, but it's got to be real careful here. I don't taxi into the hangar, but I taxi right up to it. As I feel the wheels level off, that's all I need right there. Okay, electrical's going off, so we'll kill the nav lights, which is also the ADSB, kill the radio, kill this radio, kill the transponder, and that's it, kill the intercom. Thanks for flying along. Hey, it worked. Cool.